piece of manila folder cardstock, right, that goes in there. I have used my the punch that comes from the envelope board. I kind of like the notch punch, so I've already notched it. And I've made it long enough that it's going to be sticking out just a little bit. I might put a tab on it. That's my plan. Okay, this envelope, what have I done here? We're going to be using this part of it. So I have already folded it to fit on the bottom. And it is going to, like I said, be a flap that way. So let me move my paper. I don't want to put glue on it. I'm going to go ahead and seal this envelope, and then we're going to trim it. I've also already cut manila pieces for inside of there because you don't need to sit there and watch me do that. Okay, so let's close that up. Now you don't want to glue into this negative space because you want to have that pocket. You're trying to create a pocket for it, okay? And I'm going to fold it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this off on the bottom. Hold on one second. I got too many things around me and I have no space. Okay, I'm going to trim this because this is going to be stuck on the back of that. And so we don't really need it very much. So I'm leaving, what is that, an inch? That's probably enough. But save this part because look, all you have to do is seal this end up and this becomes a little, we can actually maybe even use it in there. I have no idea. We'll just save it. Look, comes in a little pocket. Okay, so this is all ready. We've got that sealed. And I decided to have my piece of ephemera come out this side. And I've already cut a piece. So you're going to cut a piece of cardstock that's going to fit in there. Now, because I chose this side, I can't really use the notch because there wouldn't be enough space. So my plan is that I will use one of my tabs. You get two tabs in the kit. And I'm going to put a tab on there so that somebody would know to pull that out. Okay, so that one is ready to go. Now let's play with this one. As you could see, this is a really big envelope, right? And I'm going to be using it this way. So I wanted to show it to you so you could watch me cut it apart. So here we go again. We only need about 1/2 inch that way, right? And it's going to go like this on there. But let's see, I don't need that. I'm thinking I want to come in, let's see, no, wait a second. If I do it on this side, would that be enough? Oh, we could do a notch, and then they both do from the right side. So that's going to be up to you. Let's go ahead and trim this. Let's just trim this. I don't need this because this is going to be what I'm going to put on this back, right? So it's a flip that goes this way. Okay, so now I have this open at the top. Do I want to seal that? Do I want it to come? Oh, it can't come in the fold, Diane. That's why you were going to do that. So it could come from the top. Okay, let's see. I already cut a couple pieces. Let's see. I could do it from there. I would have another tab on there, right? Okay, so that would go in there like that. So then we would leave this part open. This is just going to be onto here, which is fine. Okay, one of the things I'm going to do is I don't need this doubled like that, right? It's just going to make it too bulky because I'm going to end up covering the back of that. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to trim that. I'm going to leave the under part because I know I want that because that's the part we're going to wrap around. But I don't need this extra piece I don't need that extra piece. See, all I needed was that to glue onto here. See, that's going to be much better. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And then we're going to put a piece of paper all the way on the top of it. Okay, so we're going to use that like that. I guess I'm probably going to run into the same thing. Do I want to open this up and close that one back up and slide it in that way? Or do I want to have two top loading? You can do whatever you kind of want, obviously. Let me think. You know, I'm going to leave it for a second. If I put this here, it won't work. It would be right into the window. We could put it over here, right? Which might be kind of interesting because then we're going to this is to the side, right, like that. And then this one would be, you know what, I think I am going to use that. I think I'm going to use that side. So for right now, that means I'm going to glue this back. I have to trim this open. Okay, let's trim that. And you just basically, you're hardly trimming it at all, but you got to kind of cut a little bit open diameter. Okay, so now we have it opening that way, which I think is going to be better. Okay, so this will be attached here, and you will open it. We're going to close that back up, and this is going to slide in there. I think that's much better. Let's do the punch. And so you have this punch. If you have an envelope board, it's built into the envelope board, but they just decided to give you, to make this as a separate punch. So I just bought it. I'm actually kind of liking, because some days I don't want the big circle. I just want that little notch, which I think is cool. Okay, let's go ahead and let's re-glue this top part together. Okay, so we've got that. Now trim, oh, you won't see that because that's underneath. Okay, so here we go. This is closed now. This is open. And let's see if the piece of paper, this is going to be a tough video today. I'm already at 15 minutes. See, and I think I have this all set out because I told you I only want to make like 30-minute videos. Okay, I may have to speed to myself. Okay, I like that. I think that works well. Okay, so there's all of our parts. We've got them all set. Pocket there, pocket in there, and this pocket's on the side. Okay, we are ready to start covering. When I keep myself to the 30 minutes, I can't really share a lot with you about the Bible verses. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to try and share the thoughts. Okay, this one, we have to be particularly careful. Which one do I want? Okay, I think that I want, because this is the bigger picture, I want that page on that one, because you get to see more of Jesus. So we're going to match that one on there. On this one, I think this would work much better. Yeah, I think this one will work well. Now the trick is going to be, how do we, let's set that one aside. We have to position this, because this is what happened to me with the red one the other day. You have to position it such that you get your picture in that pocket. And I know this is hard for me to film for you to see. I'm just kind of laying it there. The thing would be easiest if I already know it's this high, right? Right, let me just make sure that I didn't pull the wrong piece out. No, that's what's going in there. Okay. And the same with this, like I trimmed the other one. Let's trim, oh my gosh, there's one of those scissors. Let's trim that. Then it might be easier to match up the picture. So when Jesus said, I am the door, he was saying he's not a door, he is the door, right? There's only one way to the Father, and that's through Jesus. Okay, this looks good. Now the trick is, what I want to do is, how do I make a mark so that I get it on the right spot? Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and lay this on, and then we'll play and trim. So we know the top, we know it's that way, right? So let's do that. Let's go ahead and we'll cut it this way, and then I'll position it horizontally. So I'm going to go, this is what I always do on this paper. I make a mark, then I can't see it. Because, there it is, because it's all collaged. Okay, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm going to tear this. Get a nice tear. Okay, now this might make my life easier. Now it will be about putting him in the right position so so that when he goes, oh, there we go, when he goes in the envelope. Now see, we have to pull him over just a little bit. So we're probably going to have to piece this, right? Because I want him just like that. See how perfect that is? Yes. Okay, now can I take this back out? Let's see. Let's make it even, right? We're going to take it out like that. And I want him on there just like that. Can I make that happen? See how I'm going to need another little piece? You can put washi tape on there too. That's the place that I want him to be. Yep. Okay, so here's the piece. Before I trim it again, well, I had a pencil. Here's my pencil. Let's mark it right there and right there. But let's make sure that, again, we have it just on there correct. This is, I think, the only difficult part of making these is just fitting it in the window. Is it all the way in there? That's what the trick is. If it goes in there, I want that to be right there. Okay, one more time. Now let's see what my marks are. There we go. It's a little bit larger, and that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to do this. This will make my life easier, right? Okay, now let's glue. We're going to put the glue all over this. We're going to lay him back on there at that line, and then that way we know that the picture is exactly where we want it on this piece. There we go. Let me get it all lined up. Let's put it back in there again, and let's see. Yes, perfect. Okay, now we're all good. And now here's what I could do. Look, I could just wrap this around here, because you have to cover the back anyway, right? What if we just covered that like that? And look at this, it's gonna come around. Okay, see, I can't think of all that in advance like that. Look how perfect that is. That works excellently, Diane. Good thinking. Look, perfect. Yes, look how fast and easy that was, because it worked out great. Okay, let's open this back up. Let's put the glue all over here. I use the Pritt glue stick. I've been very happy. Just started with them a couple months ago, and I'll tell you the big difference. Don't use Elmer's glue and all that kind of stuff, because you know what? You spend all this time and money making prints, buying kits, doing all that stuff, only to have the glue release and fall apart. What good does that do? So you might as well use good glue. So my glues are Pritt. My liquid glue is Art Glitter. That's the two that I use. Now let's edge this, and we've got our insert already done. Okay, yes, this is working out perfect. Okay, so the last video that I just posted on the Savior, I asked everybody, because again, I'm trying to keep these videos short to 35 minutes max is what I want. And I asked people if it was okay the way I'm doing it. So I'm going to spend all my time telling you about the kit, showing you the parts, and then making a little journal. And then I will not have time to embellish it in that 35 minutes. So now see, I like that black, so I don't know that I'm even going to cover the inside. Sometimes I tell you I do cover the insides. So this will be going right in there. So that first insert is done. This is going to come down. So we need to cover this and cover that. So let's use the leftover pieces from that piece that we just did. And could we wrap it? Oh, wouldn't that be sweet? Let's take this out because we know that's all set. What if we wrap it? We don't need to worry about that because that's just going to be glued down. So if I put that right there and I wrap it, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of frame. And then I wrap it around there. It just makes it real fast. Okay, look, that works perfect. Then I can cut these parts and put it on there. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. So the reason I made, oh, I forgot to tell everybody if you're brand new to me, what you'll notice is, and how I make these kits is, sometimes you can tell and sometimes you can't. Basically, I've created 2 4-inch strips, okay? And because window envelopes that we're using are 4 to 4.5. Don't cut this paper into strips before you make your journal, because you're not going to be happy. Because sometimes your envelope might be 4.25, 4.50, and then you've already cut it. Now you wasted the whole paper. So there's 2 strips on there, okay? And that's what I've done with the whole kit. And what you can see is that now I'm using it and we're wrapping it, which just makes everything really simple, doesn't it? Okay, so let's glue that. Oh, now, I'll be really smart. This is what I forgot to do the other day because I wasn't paying attention. So let's edge that before we glue it down. Even though I'm going to trim it, let's get it all edged. Okay, so we're going to wrap this onto there, remember? So we're going to go to our fold point. We are going to lay it over there. See, now it's nice and yes. Yes, perfect. Okay, now let me trim. Let's trim the top off because we don't need that, right? Nope. There we go. And look how sweet that is. Let's put the glue on. Get this piece wrapped. And the other thing that my technique is in using window envelopes is I do not worry about the rounded part. I square it off. That's just how I do my thing, okay? It makes it much faster, and I like it that way. So that's what I do. So what we're going to do, I need to just trim that, right? Let's trim it. Yeah, it's going to be hard to do this on camera. I'm going to kind of go about right there. Let's trim that like that. Oh, I might as well have that piece just come over there. Okay, wait, let's trim it this way first. This will be simple. Look, I'll just cut right to there. So this piece will go across, and I could trim that, but I kind of like that edge like that. Then this, oh wait, Diane, duh, good thing I didn't glue this, right? Look, it has to go through here. I have to trim this, duh. Well, I made progress though, didn't we? We did pretty good. You can still wrap it, you just don't want to cover up your opening for where your piece is going through. Good thing I stopped for a second. Okay, now this is still gonna work because look, we're just gonna do this, right? We're gonna put it right like that, which is cool. I have it too far down. I'll go right there, like that. And we will have one covered. Maybe I'll butt it up there, just like that. Okay, got that one done. Trim this. This is like a puzzle. All you're doing is collaging, matching up your parts. And yes, you want to leave it open, remember? Duh, duh, duh. Good thing I caught myself, right? And we're going to put that one right there. And now it's easy, actually, because look, I can just trim it like that and trim off it over here. And then we've got it all nice and perfect. Oops, let's just match that. Square it off. There we go. And the part we trim will go on the bottom. And we will have this envelope done. But it's 28 minutes. Yeah, this is not going to happen today. Okay, I'm going to film this whole thing. I might split it up into 2. Or I may speed it up. Whatever. I can only go as fast as I can go. Let's see. Because I haven't made this before, right? So I'm making it with you. When I'm copying something I've already done, I could go a little bit faster, but it's okay. So please comment. Please subscribe to my channel if you're brand new. Let me know what you think of this whole idea of Faithart junk. Oh, isn't that pretty, pretty, pretty? Okay, and where's our piece, which we already did? Look, we already got one piece done. Okay, and that's going to go right in there. And then you, oh, isn't that beautiful? Yes, it's gorgeous. I should have edged these little parts, but let's see. Good, glue's not dry. Let's just peel it back a little bit, put my ink on there. Now, that one's all done. I'm just going to rub along there a little bit. And we're all set. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and put the one tab on so that somebody can pull this out easy. And I've got two of them. Which one do I like with this front? We can do it right like that. Where do I want it down here? Yeah, I like that one. We're going to put that one on. See how much quicker it is when you've already edged everything and everything's already cut out. You can then put these things together pretty quickly. If you have to stop and then, oh, I have to cut that part out. Oh, I have to cut that part out. It just takes so much longer. There we go. So we have our one envelope all finished and we're at 30 minutes. Okay, well, that's the way it goes. Okay, that one's done. Let's set that one aside. Let's cover these two pieces, and this should be really fast because we're basically covering this front and back, and I'm gonna use one of the plain, meaning doesn't have the picture of Jesus on it, and we'll do a wrap on this. Exactly, we are going to wrap it. And there should be just enough to come all the way around. Oh, just a tad off. See why I'm saying to you that every envelope is different, right? Let's see. Let me put this here as I wrap it or bend it. Sorry, put my head in the way. There we go. Yeah, we're going to need a little piece. But you know what? That's what you have washi tape for. That's what I believe. Okay, that will be very pretty. So we are going to, and I've already punched that, so I'll be punching it again, and that's okay. So let's move these parts back over there. Match that corner. And that corner, and we've got that all wrapped. Let's go ahead and trim this. So if you watch me, you will know that I talk all the time about that. To me, Christianity is kind of black and white, although most people don't want it to be black and white, but it really is. And with the verse that we're talking about where Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. That's really black and white, right? He's saying this is it. This is the only way to come to the Father. And you have to go through me. I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the light. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. There we go. Okay, and we'll trim this off. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with my little punch, my notch punch, and hopefully well, it doesn't matter because whatever I do, it's only going to see it on the outside. The fun part about this punch, it actually fits in here, and you can kind of, you know, from a visual perspective, it's pretty much, yes, see, look, it was the exact same spot, so I measured right the first time. Okay, let's edge all this. We've got the main envelope all glued. So I'm making more Faith Windows kits, and you will be seeing them. I'm going to try and do at least one a week. I'm trying to make a lot more other Faith products for my shop. I am putting in the shop in the next couple of days I created a prayer journal kit. I need to print it and make a video of showing what it would actually look like. And then I made prayer cards to go with it and a prayer calendar. Yes. That's coming out. I also made Bible verse affirmation cards. Those are going to be loaded up this weekend. Look how pretty that looks. Okay, I went and did this before I got on the video because I know what happens is that I don't have time to go searching. So I went and picked up a couple of my washi tapes. And I'm going to wrap it around. Ooh, I like that. I like just the plain stripe. Let's use this one. Hopefully they work. I've got so much old washi tape. And what we're going to do is I'm going to edge it, put some glue on it. Because what I find is, I think it's sticking on there and then it doesn't. Great, huh? So basically, I put it halfway on the one part, just like there. And that's the fun part of these mats, because it can stick on there for right now and comes right up, right? Okay, then we're going to turn it over. I'll put a little bit of... Oh, Diane, you just put it on the wrong side. Well, I guess I'm going to be putting it on both sides. Just put it on the wrong side. See, I got to talking to y'all, and I forgot. But that's okay. It'll end up looking really cool, won't it? There. We know it'll be nice and strong. Okay, let's do this again now. Let's run it down the piece that I needed to cover. Why didn't I see that? Yeah, well, that's just the way it goes. But I'm having a really good week. And a good week for me means I have been spiritually inspired creatively to create digital products that are all faith-based. And so, like I said, it's only, let's see, today's Wednesday when I'm filming this. It'll come out on Friday. Monday, I made 6 digital kits. Yesterday, I made another 3 digital kits. They're not in the shop yet because I make them and then I have to print them and produce them and then show you what the heck I'm making. But that's what I'm saying. I'm having a great week. Oh, yes, didn't that come out cool? I love the little stripes on the edge. Look at, so you do need some washi tape. I'm trying not to tell you you need 50 other products to make these things, but hopefully you have some washi tape. And if you don't have washi tape, you know you can use masking tape. Works just as good. Okay, that is beautiful. And then this is going to be in here. Now, if you are a mixed media artist, you may have jelly prints. I did not pull any out. You could cover this with jelly prints if you didn't want to cover it with the papers that I give you in the kit. So that's totally up to you, okay? We're going to cover this piece. Let's make sure it's going to go in and out. Real simple again. This is going to be our piece for that. Yes. And look, I made it a little bit taller again so that it comes in and out. Look how nice that looks. Oh, I love the black and white stripe. Yes, fun, fun, fun. And now let's cover this. We'll wrap this, make our life easy. See how fun the strips are. That's what is the beauty, I think, of my kits is the strips are really what you need to work with envelopes is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so we're gonna lay that there. Let's put this, yeah, I like the bottom of this, so we'll put this on the edge. Oops, Diane, get it straight. So if there are any things that you think that you would like to make and you would like a source for them, I am always open to ideas. I've already gotten some feedback on some suggested topics for my Faith Windows kits, which I'm excited about. Right now, I want to finish my series on the 7 I am statements. Once I get those 7 done, then I'm going to branch out into some other things like attributes, names of God and Jesus. That's kind of what I'm thinking about. I've had a request for a Thanksgiving kit. And, oops, I'm doing this the wrong way. Oh, well, that's not going to work. And a Christmas kit. And I'm working on those ideas because everybody makes Christmas stuff, focusing on, here, I'll do it like that, on the manger. And not that I don't want to focus on that. I wanted to think of something different. And my girlfriend gave me a really awesome idea. And I said to her, that is so awesome. I think I'm going to have to do some research. It's about thinking about that, yes, Jesus was the baby in the manger. Yes, we know all that part. But what actually, when Jesus came, right, as a baby, he really came and gave us freedom. What if we thought about Christmas from the perspective of not the baby, but that Jesus, God sent Jesus for our freedom, to save us, right? Again, if you follow me, you know that I am doing the Bible in a Year program from Ascension Press. So I'm so busy reading all about how many times all of the Israelites ignore Jesus, walk away, go to all the idol worship and everything, and the fact that he keeps loving us. And I say, as a human, I'd be like, forget it. I'm done with you all. That's what I would say. That's not what God says. And he loved us so much. Yes, he sent his son, didn't he? Okay, now we have to do the top. Oh my gosh, do you know what I just did? This is funny because I'm talking to you. So these are supposed to wrap on here. Look, which means I'm going to cover all that up. So now I'm going to have to cover this. Duh. This was supposed to go in before I put the paper on. Okay, well now you learned a lesson. So don't cover this one. Make this one. Oh, Diane, you're so funny. When I made the Savior one the other day, I did the same thing. I did one part, and then 10 minutes later, I went, I should not have done that. And I said it in the video, like, don't do what I just did. Okay, so now I'm going to have to cover some of these. It's still going to work, and no one will know. I just really like the way it looked, but I'm going to be covering it up. Okay, oh, look how fun that's going to be. Okay, well, we're getting there. Let's do this one next. Don't tell me I just did it upside down. Yeah, I did everything upside down. Oh, I'm doing great today. I'm just doing great. Oh, how funny I am. Ha ha. There's my opening, and it was supposed to go like this. Oh, I guess I could put it like that. Doesn't really matter, does it? No, it doesn't, Diane. Okay. Oh, how funny I am. Ha ha ha. But what you'll see is I roll with the punches. There's so much in life we cannot control, even when I try to be perfect. And I've been a perfectionist my whole life. So for me to be sitting here laughing that I, quote, did it upside down, it's actually a huge, good, emotionally healthy step. Okay, yeah, you know what? We're just going to put it on that side. That's what we're going to do. That one's going to be there. This will go in there, and I better work this way, right? Because we had put it in the other way. Let's see. Oh, it still works. Yes. I love these graphics of Jesus. They're just so, so cool. And then this one will go right here. Right? We're going to attach it there. So that one's going to be on top. And look, you get to see Jesus twice. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so what I said was I had to cover that part. So let's see. Do I have a piece left? Oh, okay, let's see. Do we have a piece that'll work? It's going to be like this. So I want to make it this direction. Yes. Oh, see, you just did it again, Diane. You just turned it, and then I forgot the direction. Okay, so it's going to be like that. Oh my gosh, sometimes I just have to make sure I'm looking at it correctly. Okay, it goes right like that. And so it's going to be this direction, which means I need to have it this direction. Okay, there, now I got it. Oh my goodness sake. Let's edge it. It'll just look a whole bunch better if it's edged. Yes. And we'll trim that off. Okay, let's put our punch. And we've got that all set, and we are done. Just gluing it together, but it is finished. Oh, that sounds strange, Diane. It is finished. Isn't that what Jesus said? Yes, he said that. Okay, we've got that done. That's all edged. That's going to go in there. Right? Yes. This is going to come over here. Now, I originally thought this was my front, but I think I'm going to flip it, right? Because that way you're going to see more of that with, on the quote, back, I think looks better. And then this is going to come over here. So see how kind of fun that looks that way? It's up to you. You can do it either way you want. I like that. I like that there's more green on there. But then we could say, try it the other way, right? It could come this way. And it could come this way. So that way, no. I actually like, let's see, we have it like that. Then this comes down. This goes over. You know what? It doesn't really matter, does it, Diane? No. Okay, I'm going to stick with what I had. So let's go ahead and glue this on. So this will be, oh, well, let's put this one on first. So we are going to glue all this down. I'm going to put lots of glue on there because it's going to go on top. So it goes, and this is wherever you want to put it. And how do you figure out where you want to put it? Because this one's going to be on the bottom. How much of that? I like the two pictures of Jesus. And I'm glad that I got two pictures that are like, look like the same artist did it. Yeah, because it looks a lot better. Okay, so that even though, because you're seeing them both, right, that they kind of coordinate. Let's put it that way. These are AI generated. I didn't generate them. I bought them off of a site that sells commercial pictures that I'm allowed to use. Oh, this is just gorgeous. What is this, Diane? Whoops. What is that? Hold on. Oh, the envelope. I forgot to trim that. That's why. I'm like, why is that looking weird? There we go. Okay, let's put that back on there. That's why I love print. You get a couple seconds to play without destroying your stuff. So there we go. I have him right there. That goes there. So here is, I'll do a flip through when it's all done, but this is for this part of the video. We've made 2 pockets, mini junk journal. We used 2 window envelopes and 1 regular envelope, right? And so this one's gonna flip out, this one's gonna flip over. We're gonna have tags and all that kind of stuff on there. Have stuff in there, and then we've got this whole thing. So this is a really nice size and enough stuff to have a really sweet Bible study on Jesus as the door. Look at this. Is this not just stunning? I love the little pieces of black that I used, the black cardstock. I used it in the other one with the red and black kit, and it really comes out well. So how does this one work? A flip down, right? A flip over, right? And a whole insert, okay? So let's look at what the insert came out like. Awesome. So you can't have a lot of pockets in here. It's going to get too thick and it won't go through the envelope. So what I decided to do was I added the verses on the tags, and then I just used washi tape to attach them so you could flip them this way, and then you could do some journaling on there. So I've left spots. So I attached most of the things to the insert, did the same thing with this other tag. Oops, can you tell I had too much glue on my hands? And then I put the Jesus, the way and the truth and the life, and another verse and that. Isn't that just stunning? Now you could do this lots of different ways. I'm just going to show you the way I did it. And I am so happy. And we've got the tab on the top. I've got, I took another piece of the black and edged it with some fun washi tape and made another little pocket. And I've got 2 tags. One has a verse and one is blank. So you could put anything on there that you want. You could put the other Bible verse on there. Then I used the salvation on here and used that as a tuck spot, okay? And what's inside of here, when you pull this out, see, because we're using the black backgrounds, those envelopes work great. So we made our beautiful Jesus as the door. And then I also included one of the, oops, got a little piece of tape, one of the Bible verse memo notes, because it fits in there. So you've got one on the back of this, and then here's an extra one. So you see where I'm talking about. There are so many spaces to write in this little fun flip-flop. Okay, because I'm on camera, it's going to be not wanting to go right in there. That piece goes right in, and then you can just slide this in separately. It does go back in there. Okay, I'm going to leave it out. It does go back in. Okay, and then look at this pocket right here. When you open this one I did that very much the same. I've included lots of journaling spots. So the back of this you can just write on if you want, right? So that's just plain, and then that part is white. Oh, I'm sorry, it's white because I did the same thing. I included another one of the Bible verse memo pads. I'm loving those. I think they're a great addition to this kit. It just gives you lots of places to actually do the Bible study. That's, okay, here I'm having a hard time getting them in and out because I'm just trying to do it fast on camera, okay? So that one would go back in there, and then let's flip it over here, and here's the back, another piece of the black cardstock, and I used that gorgeous graphic, open the door, because that's what Jesus says. And then the verse that is already printed on here, behold, I stand at the door and knock, and if anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and eat with him and he with me. And then I used my word fetty to just trim things out, So there's another one of the Bible verse memo pads, and here's another verse. Then I put the verse down at the bottom, Acts 4:12. And there is salvation in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given among men by which we must be saved. And I put the salvation on there. Obviously, I've used a lot of, this is actually a piece of the black paper cardstock on top of, remember when we trimmed that one envelope and we had that piece and I said don't throw it away? It was already there, so I just covered it with black and then stuck it there, and now look, you got a built-in pocket. So isn't that just gorgeous? I'm just like, so thank you, Father. Thank you for giving me the inspiration, for giving me the tools, for giving me the audience, and I hope that this inspires you to join in to the Faithart movement and the community and spend your time junk journaling with God.